Exciting. All right. I felt like a little bit of like a human ping pong ball today, which is sort of my natural state of affairs. So I'm enjoying just kind of settling in here with you for this practice of flow and ground. We're going to start with, let me begin with happy solstice. Bring on the light. Longer days and brighter days are ahead. Wahoo. We're going to start our practice with a little pranayama, breath work. And what we'll work towards is equal fluctuation of breath. As a reminder, if the breathing practice I offer you isn't feeling comfortable for you, you could always come back to your natural breath. All right, always. Then as we move through practice, we'll take some openings for the shoulders, across the collarbones, reversing the doings of the day, creating some space with some movement, and then settle into a few yin shapes for our hips and our low back, just delightfulness. And if I plan it right, we'll have a little bit of a guided meditation. Fingers crossed. We'll see how it goes, right? Just like everything else. I'm going to invite you to begin here in the seat. If you would prefer to begin on your back, you're welcome to do so. All right. But if you do find a seat, you can put something under your bum to create a little bit of a lift. You can then choose to find one leg in front of the other, sitting with one leg extended, whatever makes sense. Find the head above the heart is stacked above the hips. Your gaze can be soft, or you can invite your eyes to close. Invite a breath in. Allow that breath to flow out. Just allow your natural breath to fill this shape. No need to change or do anything different just yet. I invite you to simply notice what your breath feels like right now. As you continue with your natural breath, draw your awareness a little closer to your inhale. Using counting, determine the length of your inhale. And find that your count is maybe a 3, 4, 2, whatever that count might be for your inhale. And once you have that number, as you find your next exhale, begin to guide your exhale to mimic the length of the inhale. This being a practice, it might take a few rounds, and that's all right. And you begin to find your way to Samavriti Pranayama, equal fluctuation of your breath. We'll add a little movement to the breath. The breath be your guide. Follow your inhale to bring your shoulders up around your ears. And with your exhale, shoulders back and down. Take a few more rounds with your breath, your count. And as you continue to take some movement here, that's equal fluctuation. It can also be called balanced breathing. It's a tool you always have with you. Your breath is there. You can choose to find this equal count, inhale and exhale. Next time you find a shoulder roll, drawing the shoulders up, inviting them back and down. Arms come heavy off to the side, palms to the ceiling with your inhale. Sweep the arms up, lift heart, lift gaze, bring the palms together. Hands exhale, find heart center. As you rest your thumbs against your sternum, sternum lifts, shoulder soft. As you breathe in, feel the whole body breathe in. As you breathe out, feel the whole body breathe out. And taking a moment here to celebrate you and your practice, this present moment, as we begin to add more light to the day with a silent Om. Breathe in. And listen to the Om deep within. Blinking your eyes open and releasing your hands, we'll make our way to table. As you find your way to table pose, you could keep the Samavritti pranayama, that equal breath, while we move through some of these shapes. You can use that as your pattern, or you could always find just the breath that suits you best. Once you found tabletop, here a few rounds of cows and cats with your breath. So inhaling into your back bend, checking in to see how things feel. Exhaling into your forward fold, our friend cat. And take a few more rounds here, opening up the collarbone, spreading the chest open and wide. As you move into cat, stretching out the back body, spreading the shoulder blades wide. Take one more pair of your cow and cat, listening to the shoulders and or the low back, if not both. Nice. And then come back to neutral. Here in neutral, fingers spread nice and wide. You can stay in tabletop, absolutely. Or press into your palms, hug your navel in, tuck your toes under, and lift your hips up and back to down dog. Since we were in table, please know that at any time you can simply bend your knees and return to table. Shoulders down the back, elbow creases turn in, heels track towards the floor, but never have to touch. Breathe in. Breathe out. Here it might feel nice to pedal out the heels, give your calves and your hamstrings a stretch. Taking another breath wherever you are. Coming back to your static-ish down dog. Take your gaze to the top edge of the mat. And taking your time, as many steps as you need, to make your way up to find ragdoll. As you come to this forward fold, if head below heart doesn't feel great, you can always bring your forearms to your thighs. And as you dangle here in this forward fold, taking any arm variation you'd like to start. There's a bit of movement that would feel good to you, find that. Find a breath where you are. We'll release the arms. And then here, walk your feet in a bit first. It's probably a better idea, a little stability here. Then sweep your arms behind your back. Here, you can take a towel, strap, or interlace your fingers. Hands can stay by your tailbone or begin to lift off your low back, come towards the ceiling. If it's comfortable for the head to be down towards the earth, let the head be super heavy. Dare I say, like an ornament hanging on a branch.
or a heavy tree branch bowing under the snow. Take one more breath with your bind. Your exhale, releasing, maybe a little shoulder roll, little arm shake. I feel like a Muppet when I do this. Shake it out, shake it out. All right, after you shook it out, bring palms to shins or fingertips to floor. Inhale, half lift, take the gaze forward. With your exhale, soften, head heavy. Two more. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, soften, head heavy. One more round, shoulders back, navel in, take that gaze forward. Good morning or midday hamstrings. Exhale, soften. And with soft knees, begin to unroll and stack your spine, making your way up to the top. Or invite the shoulders up and back and down. That felt good. Maybe one more round of shoulder rolls just because, at least for right now. As you press firmly into your feet with an inhale, sweep the arms up, lift heart, lift gaze. With your exhale, bow forward, fold, soft knees always there for you. Fingertips to floor or hands to blocks. Inhale, half lift, take the gaze forward. Step your left foot back, low lunge. Knee up or knee down, your call. Breathe here or inhale, look forward, open up the heart space, peel the shoulders back. Exhale, round the spine like that cat, look at your left toes. Do that one more time. Inhale, shine the heart forward. Exhale, shift the weight back, press through your back heel. As you inhale, come up to the top of the lunge. If you had blocks, we'll set those off to the side. Hands to the earth. Step your right foot back to meet your left. So here, long line from heels through crown of head. Knees can always meet the earth. Long line from tailbone through crown of head. Hug your navel in, elbows come in, super strong as you lower all the way down to the mat. Toenails glued to the mat, low back engages. 3 rounds of cobra. Inhale, shine the heart forward. And exhale, soften down. Inhale, Bhujangasana, cobra pose. And exhale, soften down. One more back bend here, cobra or up dog if that feels good to your low back. We'll meet in table or down dog. Fingers spread wide. Heels are heavy. Invite the breath in and out. Expansion on your inhale. Softening and ease with the exhale. Look forward, step, walk, make your way to the top of the mat. To inhale, half lift. Head heavy, deepen. Press down, inhale, rise all the way up to the top. Bow flow forward, fold with your exhale. As you inhale, half lift, breathe into the back of your legs. Hands to blocks or floor, take your right foot back. Low lunge, knee up or knee down. Linger or 2 rounds. As you inhale, look forward, open the front body. Exhale, shift the weight back, stretch out your bell back body. Follow your breath in and your breath out. You come back to the top, hands plant, step your left foot back. Here, knees or no knees, your call. Elbows in, come halfway or all the way down. One back bend of the moment as you breathe in, shine the heart forward. We'll meet in table or down dog. Full breath in. Maybe open the mouth. Invite another breath in. Let that go. Bend knees, look forward, step, walk, make your way to the top. To inhale, half lift. Head heavy, deepen. Toes and knees together here. Sink into your seat. Knees bend, hips sink, navel in. You can take chair pose with namaste hands, hands at heart center, or cactus arms, or extend. Find what feels good to your shoulders right now and breathe in. Weights in the heels. Another breath in. With your exhale, bow forward, fold.
As you breathe in, half lift, look forward. Hands to mat. Breathe your way back to down dog. You can move through that vinyasa. You can take a round of cow-cat as an option. Down dog directly is absolutely there for you. Invite a breath in. Allow that breath to flow out. Bend knees, look forward, step, walk, make your way to the top. To inhale, half lift. Head heavy, deepen. Press down, inhale, rise all the way up to the top. Reach through the fingertips. Hands find heart center. And step your left foot back. You can keep the heel up or bring the heel down. The foundation beneath you for warrior one, heel down, or high crescent lunge, heel up. Find that stability beneath you. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Shoulders soft. Take a breath in here. Sweep your arms behind your back. You can roll the shoulders back, lift the heart, lift the gaze, spend time here, or explore bowing over your front leg. Noticing what happens to your balance on the way. I was curious, would that work? And sometimes it does, and sometimes it doesn't. You can keep your hands by your low back or peel your arms away from your back body. Breathe in. Breathe out. Press firmly into your feet. Release your bind. Inhale, reach all the way back up. Warrior one. Warrior two as you exhale and open. Stacking front knee over ankle, rooting into the outside edges of your feet. Strengthen your core. Flip your right palm. Peaceful warrior. Right hand drifts up. Keep the lunge in the front leg. Invite a breath in here. Hands exhale to mat as you step back and choose a vinyasa, your sets of movement, to meet back in down dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Look forward, step, walk, make your way to the top. To inhale, half lift. Head heavy, deep. Press down, inhale, rise all the way up to the top, super tall and long. Hands find heart center. Left foot grounded, right foot steps back. You can start with high crescent lunge, but a lesson I learned on the first side is that, at least for myself in this moment, a humble high crescent lunge doesn't exactly work. We'll work on that and try it again later. Taking your arm variation of choice to start with the arms long or bent elbows. Find that sink in the hips, the opening of your front quad. If the heel was up, we'll bring that heel down for stability. Take a breath in through the arms. Sweep the arms back. As you interlace fingers, you can stay opening the whole front body, linger here. Or with the exhale, bow forward over your front leg. Again, hands can stay next to the low back or peel away. As you press down, navel draws in, root down, inhale, rise all the way up, reach through the fingertips. Your exhale opens you to warrior two. Again, stacking front knee over ankle, finding the stack of the spine from crown of head through tailbone, lengthening through both ends. Flip your left palm, peaceful warrior. Left hand drifts to the ceiling, right hand can cascade down the back leg or tuck behind the back body. Full breath in through the left side. Hands exhale to mat. Breathe your way back to down dog, taking one set of shapes or several. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bend knees, look forward, step, walk. Make your way to the top. To inhale, half lift. Head heavy, deepen. Press down, inhale, rise all the way up. Hands find heart center. place the weight in your right foot. Take a moment here with a floating tree. Simply bring the left toe tips down or the left foot to the inside of your calf. It doesn't have to be a super duper intense tree. Is that a thing? I don't know. It doesn't have to be the biggest tree you've ever taken, right? Because what we're going to do here is find this nice standing tall, lengthen through, begin to float the left knee forward. As you shift your weight back, bring the left toe tips down, left heel lands, right? From here in Warrior One, inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, sweep the arms back. Elaborate tree. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the gaze. Take the bind forward to humble warrior if you'd like. Press into your feet. Inhale, rise up, reach up, lift through the fingertips. Open to Warrior Two with your exhale. Flip the front palm, breathe in through your right side body. Side angle, right forearm comes to right thigh. Left hand can lengthen long towards the ceiling. If you're working on a lateral stretch, left arm along the left ear. It might also be nice to take an internal rotation, sweep that left arm behind your back, opening the left shoulder. You can gaze towards the ceiling if that feels okay for the neck. Gaze forward or gaze down. Invite a breath in. Stay with me here. If you had a bind, exhale, releasing the left arm back to the ceiling. With the next inhale, drift yourself back up to Warrior Two. Hands come to hips, hips track forward, back heel spins up. High crescent lunge. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Sink into your legs. Root into your front foot. Step up to the top, land on your left foot. A floating tree, not elaborate, just intentional to be on one foot for a few breaths. And to turn the right knee forward. Mindfully shifting the weight forward, taking that right leg back, toes land, heel lands. Once you found your foundation, inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, drift your hands behind your back, find your bind. Breathe in, lift the heart, lift the gaze. Bow with the exhale, head heavy to the earth, arms might peel away. Press down, inhale, rise up, reach up through the fingertips, Warrior One. Exhale, open and reach to Warrior Two. Flip the front palm, breathe in through your left side. Side angle, left forearm comes to left thigh. Right fingertips can reach towards the ceiling. Right arm can sweep along the right ear. Or that half bind as you tuck your right arm behind your back. Strengthen the core. Looking up, forward, or down. With the inhale, releasing the arms. Root into your feet, navel to spine. Float yourself back up to Warrior Two. Bring hands to hips. Track the hips forward, spin the back heel up. Find that foundation. The inhale, sweep arms up. Sink into your legs. Root into the front foot. Use your balance to step up to the top. Land on your right foot. Floating tree. One more round, a breath at a time. And take a breath in. Begin to turn the left knee forward, shift the left leg back, land on that foot. Find an inhale, Warrior One. Arms drift back on the exhale, find your bind. Breathe in, lift the heart. Bow forward with your exhale. Press down, inhale, rise up, reach up. Warrior Two with your exhale. Peaceful warrior, breathe in. Side angle, take a moment here wherever you are. Breathe in. Breathe out. Root down, inhale back to Warrior Two. Hands exhale to hips. Track the hips forward. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Step up to the top. We'll land on the left foot, floating tree. Take a breath in. Right leg floats back. Finds a place to land. Inhale, arms sweep up. Hands sweep behind your back. Breathe in and up, open the front body. Bow forward, fold with your exhale. Press down, inhale, rise up, warrior one. Open with your exhale to warrior two. Flip the front palm, breathe in through your left side. Side angle, your version. As you breathe in, and breathe out. Use an inhale to float yourself back up to warrior two. Hands come to hips, hips track forward. Inhale, sweep the arms up. We'll step up and land in mountain pose. In mountain, bring the arms heavy, shoulder roll up, back and down. And you find both feet on the earth. Notice warmth, perhaps a swirl of energy. Anything else you're feeling here. Draw your breath into this shape. Imagine the smooth breath calming the swirling currents of energy, maybe even thoughts in your mind. We'll revisit our balance pose. You can take tree again or camper's chair, right ankle over left thigh to start. Hands can find heart center, standing nice and tall. If there's something else you'd like to do, please feel free. If you're in camper's chair, you can bend your standing leg, create the hip opener just a bit more. Nice stretch for the back of your right leg into your glute. Exploring or expanding this pose as you see fit. If you had found depth coming back, we'll meet in mountain pose. Here in mountain, press down, inhale, sweep the arms up. Draw yourself back to center. As you find center, rooting weight into your right foot, same pose, second side. Strength, option to deepen or expand. That could be the pose as well as your breath. And taking all the time you need to meet back in mountain pose once more. You arrived in mountain if you wandered off of home base, coming back to the top edge of your mat. Breathing your way through a vinyasa or your version thereof, we'll meet in down dog. Full breath in to expand your shapes. Your exhale, soften and ground. Find the shapes that suit your body best in this moment. Invite the breath, follow the breath back to down dog. Fingers spread wide. Heels are heavy. Invite a breath in. And come down to table. From here in table, we're going to sit in either Sukhasana or butterfly pose. I'm going to bring you a little closer just because it'll be cozy and easier. You can admire my wee tree. All right. So if you choose Sukhasana, you can take one leg in front of the other, whichever one that might be. If you enjoy butterfly and want to spend extra time in butterfly pose, you could do that too. Both are lovely options. We're going to spend a little time upright in this shape, a little extra love for the shoulders and the collarbones. So we'll start just inviting some shoulder rolls, seeing if maybe they feel a little different than the first rounds we did. And please know you can rearrange your legs at any time. Sometimes we think things are a great idea, and pretty much Most things are good in theory. Execution of them might be different. All right, once we found that shoulder roll up and back and down, keeping the shoulders nice and heavy. Here, take a breath in. Drift your chin down towards your chest. Breathe into that space in between the shoulder blades. Keep the shoulders back as best you can. Nice long spine. With an inhale, roll your right ear over to listen to your right shoulder. Shoulders heavy as you breathe down the left side of your neck. Invite a breath here. Drift your chin down towards your chest. Ooh. Travel opposite ear to opposite shoulder. Right shoulder's heavy. Breathe into that side of your neck. And then we have this pattern, right? Very simple, two sides. Take a breath here and begin to follow your breath. Maybe you come back to your Samavriti pranayama, your equal fluctuation. Maybe you just roll from side to side because it feels good. You might take a full circle if that feels good to you, your call. And you move through a few rounds of half circles or a full circle in each direction. Our neck and shoulders carry a lot of tension. And depending on what activities you've been doing as of late, say cooking extra things or baking, after you found a few rounds each side or full circles, we'll take your time to meet back with the chin down towards the chest. Maybe a little weeble wobble in the middle, just a little tug from side to side, breathing into your scalene muscles. And then as you're ready, the inhale, lift the chin up, inhale the shoulders up and back and down. Here with heavy shoulders, heavy elbows, gaze can be soft or closed. Check in with that space between your earlobes and your shoulder heads. And see if there's a little more space. So along with our balanced breath, we can use neck circles and shoulder rolls to help release tension from the body. Take another breath here. Empty that out. And choose to sit nice and tall if you'd like here in your seated butterfly, or bring your legs to butterfly if you were sitting in Sukhasana. You can take the feet a little further away from you. If you'd like to come forward into your folded butterfly, just beginning to drape the torso. The head be heavy. How far you come forward in the shape, not nearly as important. It's tuning into the sensation that is here for you. Breathing into your hips and your low back. And as you spend time in your yin shapes, you can revisit the balanced breath. Our breath is that tool that can be conjured up, be brought to the surface. We have to do that by choice, but it is there, patiently waiting. Balanced breathing is a beautiful way to bring balance back to the energy in the body and help even out the mind. Invite a breath in. And allow your breath to flow out. If you would come forward, taking your time to make your way back up. And to stack the spine. Inviting the shoulders up and back and down. You might bring your hands to the fronts of your knees. The shoulders roll back. Maybe lift the gaze a little bit. Taking the reverse of that forward fold. And come back to neutral. From here, we're going to find our way to our back. Couple options for a back bend inspired shape while we're there. You can have a block nearby. And if there's something else you'd like to do for a yin back bend, please feel free to take the space and time for what would feel good for you. However, the two options I'm going to share with you is a supported back bend with a block or reclined butterfly pose. Both are delightful, in my personal opinion. Okay, so if you make your way down onto your back body or into your shape for this allotment of time, if you'd like to use the block under your low back, we're going to bring the ankles into the knees, press the feet down to lift the hips up, and place a block or a firm pillow under your low back for this supported bridge. Now, let's say you don't have something or you're just not keen on this shape. You could also, with the knees pointed to the ceiling, walk your feet together. Let the knees butterfly open into reclined butterfly pose. And if you take your hand and slide it under your low back, there's a little bit of an arc there. So this is due to the external rotation of your legs and your pelvis, your ilium. It's going to create this back bend in your low back, right? If you're not sure, bring your knees back together and feel your back body come back to your hands. And then drift your knees open into butterfly and find that spaciousness that lives there. So supported bridge, reclined butterfly pose, or anything else you'd like to do here as a heart opening, back bending, so relatively static shape. Space in which we can breathe in and breathe out. And your smooth, full breath. As you take your spine in the opposite direction that it often lives in. Along with your balanced breath, evening things out in your mind and body. The awareness of your breath, whether it's your natural breath or a specific way of breathing, that awareness invites our awareness, our mind, to linger in the present moment. Whatever shape you might be in here, I invite you to draw your attention to your heart space. And here, perhaps visualize that brilliant green orb of light hovers in your heart space. These heart opening shapes And creating space across the front body, offering out this light as we move towards longer days and more light. For right now, creating, cultivating light of our own. Take another breath into your version of your back bend. And from here, move into a counter that feels good to you. If you're in reclined butterfly pose, maybe it's constructive rest. If your hips were lifted, you can come down to a neutral spine or constructive rest. If you had anything else, take some counter movement that feels good to you. And from wherever you are, we'll meet on our back with the left leg long, and we'll hug the right leg in towards the chest. You might even draw the right leg into the armpit. If you'd like to have something on your left side for support of your twist, you can put something there, or simply take your right leg over to the left. As you find this twist, breathing into the outside of your right leg, into your hip, into your glute, right arm can open to the side or rest on your torso. As you breathe into this first side of your twist, perhaps coming back to that orb of energy hovering in your heart space. Using your breath, the expansion of your breath, and see the light deep within you brighten. And with this light, with this energy, perhaps you connect with a feeling of gratitude or compassion or loving kindness. And whatever feels best to you, imagine cultivating, creating that energy as you continue to expand your light with your inhales. And take another breath into the side of your twist. With your exhale, begin to drift yourself back to center. Shifting anything back to the midline, perhaps giving your right leg another squeeze. You could also bring the left leg in with it if that feels good for Apasana. Give yourself a hug. And from there, you can release the right leg long. If you had props, you can shift those to the other side. Drawing the left leg in, giving it a squeeze into the chest, perhaps into the armpit, and then drawing the leg across the body. The second side of your supine twist. Noticing how the sensations may differ on one side versus the other. Coming back to that expanding light within you. And perhaps the feeling of gratitude or compassion, love, whatever that might be. You're sometimes much more apt to give, to do for others, and put ourselves second or third or the back of the line. If that's the case, I invite you to use this space, this energy that you're cultivating, and offer it to yourself. And here, taking yourself, offering this gift of gratitude or compassion and loving kindness, using your exhales to feel that energy diffuse into your body. And filling your body with gratitude, compassion, love. Invite a breath into the side of your twist, taking your time to find your way back to center. As you come to center, evening out the spine, drawing that left leg in, give it a squeeze. You bring your right knee in with it, Apasana, giving both legs a squeeze. If Apasana feels really good, fantastic. If you'd like to spend a bit of time here with the legs extended towards the ceiling, in legs up, you can find there's a piece of furniture nearby. You can put your shins on the couch or shins on a chair. We're having this inversion to benefit your body by letting all the fluids and things that hang out in our feet, maybe even more standing than usual, perhaps, but just letting all of that travel back down the legs, be processed, recycled in the body. Also reducing swelling in your feet and ankles, which is delightful. And this supported inversion also gives your heart a little extra workout because it has to pump blood all the way up there to your feet. Smooth, full breath. The space and time, a gift you're giving yourself. And here from legs up, begin to bend your knees, maybe come into a version of happy baby pose. You can hold the backs of your thighs, you can reach up to your ankles or your feet. If you prefer Apasana, you can return there for sure. Lingering or layering in a little bit of movement if that feels good to you. And from where you are, take another breath in. And releasing your feet to the mat where you can take your legs long or return back to reclined butterfly pose if that's comfortable for you. Here, bring a hand to your heart and a hand to your torso. And create this physical connection to your breath. As you feel the expansion of your breath, visualize that expansion of the light deep within. And as you feel the contraction, the ease, the softening of the exhale, imagine that light diffusing into each and every cell. Filling yourself with gratitude, compassion, and loving kindness. And breathe in here. And breathe out. And begin to shift yourself into your final resting pose. You might stay where you are. You might add a prop. Maybe you support beneath the knees or take something long under your back body. And here, as you settle into your last shape, tuning into that energy and the expansion and the ease. As you fill yourself with that light and energy, perhaps it's begun to seep out beyond the edges of your body. And here, imagine ripples of gratitude, compassion, and loving kindness surrounding you. Perhaps they're nurturing light, green waves of energy that you float upon. And this energy holding you, supporting you as you rest in your Shavasana. Invite a breath in. And allow the breath to flow back out. As you begin to invite gentle movement back to your body, wiggling and turning. And inhale can extend arms as you breathe into your stretch. Taking your time to draw your knees in towards your body, giving yourself a squeeze. Finding your way over to one side, resting your head and your arm as you linger. Listen to your breath. With soft or closed eyes. Gently make your way back up to find your seat. As you arrive in your seat, just letting the hands land. Come back here to where you started not so long ago, with the head stacked above the heart stacked above the hips. Take a few moments to notice whatever there is to notice about how this seat feels now in relationship to the beginning of your practice. And then draw your palms together. Thumbs rest upon heart center. You bow your chin to your brilliant, beautiful heart space, filled with light and energy, gathering up that gratitude and again, offering it to yourself for the time you've carved out, to your breath for supporting and guiding the way, and to your body for being so patient, and resilient, and strong. I've lifted the chin, I've lifted the sternum, shoulders soft. And here, sealing your practice, celebrating the space and time with a silent Om. Breathe in. And feel that vibration within your heart. Thumbs travel to third eye point, your seat of intuition. I thank you for sharing your time and your beautiful energy with me. Until our paths cross again, my friend, be well. Namaste.